It should be on now.
Okay. Hey guys, today me and Rital are going to be talking.
Filippo, why don't you have any hair on?
That's better. As I was saying, today me and Rital are here to talk about animation. We will talk about types of animation, the history of animation, and the process of animation. That's a lot of animation. But yeah, animation. Anyways, let's get right into it. Let's start with the history of animation. In 1908, Emily Cole made the first ever animation.
This is what encouraged a bunch of famous animators to start animating. Now let's talk about one of the most famous animators, Walt Disney. In 1901, Walt was born in Hermosa, Illinois. He then co-founded Walt Disney Studios with his brother, Roy Disney, when they got older. In Walt Disney Productions, they also made really cool animated movies.
I love animated Disney movies, like some of the movies on this list, like Big Hero 6, Inside Out, and even Lady and the Tramp.
Nice! So back to the subject, a famous quote that lives on today is, "If you can dream it, you can do it," by Walt Disney, who sadly died in 1966 at the age of 65.
That's sad.
Yeah, poor Walt. He couldn't even see all the movies that came after his death.
But that is enough about Walt Disney. Let's talk about the process of animation. So, in order to make an animation, you might need layers, which are basically like paper sheets on top of each other. So, like sketch layer, the line art layer, and the color layer. You might even need more. The important bit is that you draw the frames, which is basically transition drawings. For smooth animation, you must draw 24 frames for 1 second.
What the heck?
Shush! So anyway, as you can see, animation is hard to do, depending on how smooth you want it to be. But there's also different types of animation, such as stop motion and flipbook animation. Stop motion is a type of animation which is made with photos. You basically have an object, let's say a clay model, and you want it to walk. You move the right leg to move up and a bit, then take a photo. Move the clay model and take a photo, etc. After you took the photos, you must put them in order to make a stop animation. And you're done. An app I like to use is Stop Motion. Do you want to talk about flipbook animation?
Okay, sure. On to flipbook animation then. Flipbooks are tiny books that have drawings representing the frames, and you get to flip through to see the animation. How they are made is by drawing a drawing on a piece of paper, then changing it slightly in order to move the object.
Like computer animation?
But you must draw it on paper. It's how Walt used to animate before computer and traditional animation was invented.
And now you know about the different types, process, and history of animation.
Thanks for watching, and as always,
Don't do drugs.